So, the other reason that I really want to tell you about this story is because it's one of those kind of stories that I think that keeps you going when you're at the moment of despair sometimes. She told me that he had already had 2 operations and that the 3rd one was coming along. And I said, wow, I don't know how I would cope with that. And she looked at me and she said, well, I don't know how I would cope with your situation. Looks like you have a lifelong situation like I do. And I said, yes. I said, but you know what? That's why we have it. We're probably 2 very strong women. And that's why we have our children. And everything's relative, because as hard as your situation is, mine's difficult. But see, I look at yours as a little harder. So she said, but well, anyway, the doctors are telling me that 3rd operation should be good and take him away. You know, he should be able to grow, and he probably won't need another operation for quite a while. So anyway, eventually, the play group, finally the women who were running it, the women that were running it said, this is not the correct environment for Christopher, so we're going to have to ask you not to bring him here anymore. I said, well, if you're going to ask me not to bring him here anymore, then you're going to have to write some kind of note. Because according to the people around me, it's my fault that this child doesn't know how to play correctly with other people and the children and interact. So don't forget now, this was before autism was even a word used in any daily work, a yearly conversation. So it was about a year or so, and I finally got Christopher into the next level of school, which is another story. And what happened was, I was kind of feeling down in the pits one day, and I was walking down the street, and I happened to run into this lady. And I was really feeling in the pits because Christopher still wasn't looking at me, still no interaction, he still wasn't following direction. It was a still kind of thing. And it was still heartbreaking to the point where moments of despair, you know, you get there. There are those days. And I saw her in the street, and I said, hey, how you doing? And she said,